As part of this video, I will walk you through the process of installing Roost desktop application on a MacBook. So visit roost.io, the downloads page, and click on the download for macOS link. This will spawn a download, which I've already downloaded, and will look like Roost dot a certain version DMZ. So we double click on the DMZ, drop the Roost icon in the applications, and this starts copying the application. So what is Roost? So Roost is an integrated desktop platform for the developer, which allows the developer to build microservices and deploy it locally and observe the workload. So let's check our application folder. We find Roost is installed. I've just now launched it. So the idea behind this video is to show you what to expect when you're installing Roost. So there we gave it a permission. It's prompting us for the password. And what we get is a product splash screen. So it talks about Roost being a multi-node zettabytes cluster engine, Kubernetes cluster engine. So this would be a cluster which would be running locally on your personal computer, and it would be appropriately sized based on the underlying operating system specifications. So depending on the number of CPU cores and the memory size and the disk profile, etc. So why do we think a multi-node cluster as opposed to a single node cluster like that which is available already in the market from many other players? So we believe that like most of the issues faced in Kubernetes is primarily due to misconfiguration, and unless the developers build and deploy and test their services in a production like environment or something as close to their staging environment, which is a multi-node cluster, this particular experience of multiple iterations before it becomes good to be consumed is not going away, right? So to ease that development experience and to shift left the production experience, uh, Roost application provides you a multi-node cluster by default. In addition, there is a developer to developer collaboration feature which enables one to send or share workloads with another fellow developer who might be on the Roost network. So when we talk about the Roost network, how do I know someone is on the Roost network or not? So this is where the roost.io portal comes in handy. You can see who all are registered on Roost and basically find your fellow developers or like buddy up with other team members and share your workloads. So with this sharing while the service is still being built or collaboration early on, even before your code or your microservice hits the integration pipeline or the CI/CD pipeline, will enable you to do real-time collaboration as well as like reduce the need for mocking services, and also test integrate your microservices with other microservices even before it hits any CI/CD pipeline. Besides this, like we have a community of developers who can be reached out on Slack, and then there is additional documentation as well on the Roost.io portal. So let's skip this splash screen and see what Roost has to offer. So we have a sidebar or a quick access toolbar which has a bunch of icons, the support and the workload analytics, which will be handy for viewing what's running in the cluster. Here we see a pop-up appearing which is prompting us to sign into the roost.io. So again, a third-party integration with existing auth providers like Google, GitHub, LinkedIn. And we have the standard IDE menu, which is like you can open files, projects, edit them. You can look for things in the file or view different panes as well as windows, right? In addition, what we have is a menu dedicated to Collaborate, which we will be dedicating different videos on how to use Collaborate. There's a menu item for GitOps, which would come handy typically when you are ready to deploy your code outside the local cluster or like do any Git operations, and observability, which is uh, again in the current revision we have workload analytics, but like as we move ahead we will have service flows and other observability views appearing. So under file we also see there is a Roost microservices, which shows us 5 different microservice examples. So these are ready examples which you can click and download, and the entire idea is for you to get a ready pre-built microservice which you can run on the Jitabytes Kubernetes engine. You can go through the README documentation to understand how to access these examples. We also see in the bottom bar that there is a plus icon which opens a Roost terminal. This is a terminal to the local operating system. So since I'm on a MacBook, here if I check, it's a Darwin terminal. It's providing me access to my file system. In addition, we see there is a status of the Jitabytes Kubernetes engine being reflected here. This is a clickable label, so if I click on it, it also shows me the streaming logs. And what I observe here is like there's something around Roost control plane, Roost worker 1, Roost worker 2. So in essence a 3-node cluster with a version 117.5, Kubernetes version 117.5 getting started. So a natural question, can I control or can I resize my cluster? Can I change the Kubernetes version? Can I dictate what would be my node size or the node spec? Yes, you can do a lot of those changes from the Roost preferences. So if you come here, like you'd see cluster sizing, which allows you to decide how many worker nodes you need. There is a per node disk size, memory, CPU configuration allowed, and then there is a cap on CPU as well, and finally the Kubernetes version which you can control. So most of these preferences can be affected by just changing it over here and doing a restart from the tray icon. A restart of Jitabytes Kubernetes engine would affect those changes. So we see Jitabytes Kubernetes engine has gone to running. Let's quickly click on workload analytics. Clicking on any of the nodes takes me to a graphical view. I can select the namespaces that I wish to view. Clicking on any of the node or the containers shows me additional details on the right side, which we will explore in further detail in a subsequent video. There are other filters for utilization filters, and there are search filters based on search tag. With this, I'd like to close this video. This is Harish Agrawal from Jitabytes, VP Engineering, and hope to see you again and welcome you to the Roost desktop once again. Thank you.